Hey guys, what's up? It's Jax here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create and edit your own skins. For example here, you can edit a skin, for example a Winnie the Pooh skin, to a Polar Bear the Pooh skin, which is what Wild did for me here. So I could be in one of her videos where she designed a Winnie the Pooh inspired house. Check that out, link in the description down below. But I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that and how to use some super duper useful tools on this website from Planet Minecraft, which is completely safe and you can use it without any worries. So let's have a look at that. Alright, let's head over to planetminecraft.com on our browser. Now once we're here, we're going to go over to the Minecraft tab, then go to PMC Skin 3D. This is the skin editor we're using. Click on Advanced Editor. You can use a basic editor, but the Advanced Editor offers much more sort of options and tools to use, so let's click on that. Now you should be greeted with a screen that looks like this. Let's go ahead and go into View, and then go into Full Screen mode. I find this much nicer to use as it fully takes up the screen and everything is a little bit bigger. So you can hit Escape to exit this if you want, or you can stay in there for now. So to move around, you can drag, or when you're clicking away from your canvas here, which is the skin that you're going to be editing. So let's have a basic rundown of some of the different views and ways of sort of changing the way this looks. So we have a 2D view. Now this 2D mode might make sense to some of you. You have to be not in full screen to use this 2D mode. And then you can go back into full screen once you've done that, but you can't actually change views to 2D when you're in the full screen mode. But this 2D mode may be familiar to some of you if you've done skin editing in the past where you had to do it this way, but if not, the 3D mode is normally the best way to go because it allows you to see everything a little bit easier. Let's go back into full screen mode now. So as well as this, we have our base layer here, and then we have our armor layer, and you can access this by clicking over here and showing your helmet layer, your pants layers, and your arm layer. And what that is it's a layer that is slightly above. You can see if we look down here, the grid sits slightly above the base grid. So if I draw something here, you can see from the side, it sits slightly above there. Now this is normally used to add in some details and to sort of highlight certain things. For example, my nose on my skin is a 3D layer, so my nose sticks out a little bit to add some depth. And sometimes you can add it in your hair as well, or say you've got a tool belt on that you've drawn on to do that. So you can enable and disable these by clicking over here. You can even remove your head and the 3D layer all together, so you can see down here and you can see this layer here. Then over here we've got all of our different tools, our colors, and our different types of brushes and like effects like this brush stroke, the mirror, and we've got our visible parts, which is just another way over here. It does the same thing. We can like make the head visible, which is the same as clicking over here. Now when designing your skin, it's important to know when you've got this layer and this layer disabled. Normally the best way to do is start with your base layer. Then once you've designed your skin on your base layer, go to your top layer and design it, or add anything else, design your top layer. And when you are designing this base layer, keep in mind that places like under your head, under your arms, like there on your body, and places like that, and over here under your body where your legs are, can all be seen when you're moving around, so make sure to color those in with what you want. Let's have a look at a few of these brushes and different modes. So we have our basic draw mode here. Now you can change the color over here. You've got a few different ways of changing the color. You have your triangle and square. They're basically the same here. You got your HSL, RGB, and HSV. You don't need to worry too much about that. HSV tends to be the most visually sort of pleasing when you're just sort of looking at the hue and saturation. That's what I tend to use. But RGB is very simple. You just adjust the red, green, and blue. But you can choose your color there. Now you have your draw mode. Now this is just a straight draw mode of the color. You just draw the color straight on there. So you draw a little headband. Now this headband is going to be all the same color. It's not going to have any texture to it, and it's going to look rather flat. Maybe you do want that, but if you don't want that, you have your noise mode. Now the noise intensity defaults to about 50% here, and if I draw this, you can see the noise is very in your face. You can see the texture there. Now you can change this. I suggest dropping it down to at least 25, because then you still get a bit of noise, but it's not nearly as noticeable, but it's just enough there to add a bit of texture. And you can see my headband looks a bit more realistic now. Even then, 25 might be too much. You can drop it all the way down to 10 if you want. I think might even be better for this headband, and it just allows you to get a bit more texture. Now this is great for anything from skin to hair to clothes, just because it makes it look a little bit more realistic and less flat. Now of course you've got your one single pixel brush, which is what we default to now. Now you can scroll in with your scroll wheel, but we also have a square brush, which is a 2x2, a circle brush if we want that, a triangle brush, and a fill tool, and you can see it fills in the area even with the noise. So if I were to say want a blue shirt, I could go ahead, grab this fill tool and fill this in. Now I do want a bit of noise in this shirt, so let's go with that. Now I don't want to fill in the entire arm here for this shirt, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this draw mode and just like make a little sleeve here that goes, oh, I messed it up there. We're going to go to our eraser there and erase that. I'm going to make a sleeve. Now with this sleeve, now that I've got this little box section, I can grab the fill tool and fill it in just that little area. Notice we haven't got any noise there. I'm going to have to fix that up, and boom, we've got some noise, and then noise, and then we've got a sleeve. Now I've got to do up here as well. We've got half of a shirt done, and it looks pretty decent. Now of course, if you guys spend a little bit more time than I am, you're going to make the shirt look a lot better and make your skin look so much better than this, but I'm just showing you all the different tools you have. Now you have your HSL shift mode, which is just the way you're sort of converting your colors. So if I go to HSL shift and want it to be a saturation shift, whenever I draw here, it's going to saturate that much more and hue shift it that much more. If I want it to be a little bit of a hue shift, it's going to shift this color here that I'm drawing on to that exact tone. So if I draw over this, it's going to keep the noise, it's going to keep the same sort of pattern, but the hue of it or the color of it is going to change. Or if I want it to become really saturated, I could turn that all the way up, and you can see suddenly it becomes very saturated, so very bright. Or if I wanted to make it very light, you can see, maybe not that light because it's basically making it white, but you can see it is still blue, but just a bit lighter, or quite a bit lighter. Or we could lower that and make it darker to that blue, like a navy blue. So you've got lots to explore here. So you also have your eraser and color picker tool. With your color picker, you can click on a color and you'll get that exact color here, and then your eraser, you can just go ahead and erase things. Now, one of my favorite things to use here is the mirror tool. This is my favorite sort of tool that this skin editor gives you. It's really great for when you're working on, say, a sleeve like this that you want it to be the same on the other side. So let's get the color that we want. So we wanted to change this to a red sleeve here, and we want it to be in a very intensity, so we want noise mode. We're going to get the mirror, we're going to click across limbs like this, and now you can see if I draw on this side, it's doing it across the limbs. Now I don't have to do it across limbs, I could mirror on the x-axis, so when I'm in the body, if I'm drawing a line up here, it draws it on the other side. So this can be really useful for when designing skins if you want it to be symmetrical. Now, designing a skin from scratch can be really tricky, so sometimes that's not the best way to go. Sometimes it's useful to grab a skin and then edit it to make it yours or make it a bit more personal. So let's look at how to do that. So the first way of doing this is by name. So I can do get from MC name. For example, we're going to not save this, so we're going to ready to load a skin from the name. I can type in my username here and click get Minecraft skin, and boom, there's my Minecraft skin. I'm a polar bear. And if, for example, you wanted the same polar bear skin as me, you could use this skin. Or if you wanted it to be, say, a brown or black bear, guess what you could do? You could go over to here, select black, click here and get a varying noise intensity. Maybe not exactly black. Let's go for maybe a brown. Brown is in red, so we're going to go to there maybe. We're going to go to there. Let's go with that. Dark. Then you can go ahead, just turn off my mirror and paint over this. We're going to remove our armor layer for now and paint over this and make it a brown bear. But this is just one way of doing this. The other way of doing it is via file. So if you go to something like Planet Minecraft or NameMC, you can download skins via files. Then once you've done that, you can go over to here, click open file, and then you can actually choose a file you want to open. So I've got this one here from my head tutorial. Say I wanted to edit this, I could click on it and open it. And then we want to select the model that it is, so it is a Steve model, and then we can click open. Now I can again edit this in whatever way I want, and then I can go ahead and save it. Now to save a skin, we want to go over to file and click save to file, and then once we've done this, we can upload it to Minecraft. Now if you want to start a new skin, all you have to do is click new skin. You want to click Steve. You don't want to use an HD color, but you can also use Alex. Now the Alex, all that is that the arms are a little bit slimmer. If you do want to edit, say, a chicken or a creeper or a cow for a texture pack, you can do that as well. But we're focusing on these skins here, so we're going to use Steve and we can create a new skin, and then that's the Steve base model, where we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 wide pixel arms, where the Alex is normally 3, so this is a Steve. So I want this skin to have pink hair. I want Steve to have pink hair here, so I'm going to just go into full screen mode, select pink hair. I want to have a bit of noise because it is hair, and we're going to go into the flat mode here. We're going to go get rid of that armor view, and we're going to give this dude some pretty bright pink hair. This is going to look super duper crazy. Now once we've done this, we're going to save it, and I'll show you how to upload it into your Minecraft. It's really super simple, and it's just like the how to get your own skin tutorial that I've done earlier. So if you know how to do that, you don't have to worry, you can just do this. But let's give this bloke some pink hair. And over here, make sure to do the sides and the front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to File. Make sure he hasn't got any hair on there. So some pink hair, go over to File, click Save to File. It's going to open it up, and then we're just going to click Save. Now you can save it under a specific file, or you can save it under, say, downloads like I just did. So to do this, all we have to do is open up our Minecraft launcher, go to Skins, click New Skin, click Browse, click on the skin that we just edited, so it'll be here. And you can see it's Steve, but with pink hair. And then we can click Save and Use. Now, if you did make it a Steve, you want to select the wide, or if you made it a slimmer one, you want to select slim. So slim is Alex, wide is Steve. Then click Save and Use. Now that you've got this, we can go ahead and click play, and then click play again to start up our Minecraft. Boom, I've got my Steve skin with pink hair, and I'm on my Patreon server. If you want to get access to this, check out the link in the description down below, and we may even be able to design some custom skins for you if you are a patron, because we do all sorts of things for you awesome people. So check out the Patreon where you can play with Wild and I, and we can give you custom build help, custom redstone help, and even custom skin help if you need it. Alright, on that note, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.